Welcome back to the Technologically Hip. And today we're going to talk about a cyber incident that we were a part of. Nathan, welcome to the chat. Tell the people what happened.
So we had a company in Fort Erie give us a call. They had a staff member that had just started. This was day 1 or 2 of his employment. And they had found that he had gone to a store and was effectively about to buy some gift cards. I can't remember if they were PlayStation or the debit or the Visas or whatever it was, but gift cards that the boss supposedly wanted him to purchase under the pretense of it being a party or something like that. So the staff member in question received an email from the boss, and it said, "Hey, I can't talk, but I need you to do this for me. Can we trade numbers?" Right. So it appeared to be had the name of the owner. The email did, and so they swapped numbers, and then they started texting. And the owner said, "Hey, I need you to go and get these cards for some use." And it was effectively until up to the point where he was about to purchase the cards that he let one of the other staff members know, who then gave us a shout to ask us to look into it for them and figure out if it was real. I don't think they could contact the boss at the time. We took a look for them, and of course, it was just a clever social engineering attempt. The email, it had the boss's name as a display, but the actual email address was something Gmail or AOL or something crazy. And that's all it was. It was just an attempt against him. But it wasn't random from what we think. We found that the staff member had a LinkedIn profile, and he had just posted that he started employment at this business. And that business, of course, has a website with a company directory when you can find their other staff members on LinkedIn. So we believe it was a crafted attempt to exploit this new staff member who would be less willing to ask questions, and try to get him to get some gift cards from them. So to get some money from him.
If he were to buy the gift cards, right, the scam is you get him to scratch the code off, and then the hackers get the card codes. Then they generally don't use them, right? If I understand correctly, they're just looking to sell off those cards as brokers, right? They're collecting card numbers. They're not actually buying PlayStation games with them, but they sell them to other companies or people who sell them to others at a discount. Let's say you can buy $50 gift cards for $25 on the black market, right? It's kind of scary, right? You're posting that you've got this fantastic new job with this fantastic new employer, that just putting a little bit of information out there can really put you at risk because the threat actors are paying attention. There's a ton of money to be made from this, and there are some ways you can protect yourself. What would you do, Nathan?
Well, you need to be aware. You need to truly scrutinize any email you get, especially when requests come to financials. You need to verify your sender. You need to have some kind of security training, ideally, to help you make those identifications and ask those questions and call those people and ask your staff members and people you trust, your IT security provider, as an example, to know what you're getting into before you start to get into it. Below that, some kind of anti-phishing is required, something that would detect and say, "Hey, I can see they're sending as CEO guy, but that email doesn't match him, so let's put a flag on this and do something about it."
So like a impersonation scan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So some of the tools that we use are able to identify how people talk in their emails, and everyone talks slightly differently. And it can pick up on the nuances, right? Like the obvious stuff. Oh, wait, John doesn't normally say these things. And so it might flag it, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is, if they're impersonating maybe the style and structure of how they write, but they don't have access to their actual email address, so it'll catch that they're using a Gmail or a Hotmail, pretending to be John.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting case. It's not uncommon, really. It's kind of sad that that's what happens in this industry. there's so much money to be made, and there's really no way to get caught.
Like you said, small business is affected. Small business isn't tens of thousands of dollars. Some small business is millions of dollars a year. You have money to give to them, or rather that they want to steal from you. You're not immune, even when you're small. If anything, you're possibly a bigger target because you may have more to lose.
So some ways to protect yourself from this is get some awareness training. And if you're watching this video, you should contact us because we're giving away free training to other businesses. So if you're running a small business and you don't have any awareness training whatsoever, reply to this, give us a call. We're giving it away because we're hoping that the more people get this awareness training, the less the hackers are going to get, the less money they're going to steal from us. And it just makes the world a safer place. Secondarily, after awareness training, is have a little bit of technology in place that can scan for the bad stuff, right? The scams and the impersonations. And although that's not 100%, because there's some very large companies who have been socially engineered quite successfully, even in the last couple months. Big headline stuff. You got to put something in place to help protect yourselves. And we're here to help you if you have any questions. And thanks for your time, Nathan. That was an interesting bit. And we'll talk to you soon.